Today I wanted to talk about abundance blockers in our life. What do I mean by abundance? It's kind of a general term, right? And it's going to mean different things to different people. To some people, it has to do with money. For other people, it has different meanings to different people. But true abundance is really the quality relationships that you have in your life, or the quality of the relationships that you have in your life that are meaningful. When you are surrounded by people that have your best interest and therefore you can thrive and really reach like your highest self energy, your max potential as a person, it brings abundance to you. It attracts abundance to you, and that comes in many forms. It's solid foundations in relationships built in love and connection. It can also mean like monetary things, okay? But just being stable, having a good foundation in your life, like not a lot of drama. When you have these kind of connections with people, that's really the key. That's what's going to attract these things to you, because you're able to be in your highest self energy. So that's what I refer to when I say abundance. So what happens when we're hanging on to relationships that either the contract has expired, we're hanging on to them out of attachment, or because they're comfortable, because we're scared of change, we're scared of stepping outside our comfort zone. We tend to stay in relationships for the wrong reasons sometimes, and those are abundance blockers in our life. In other words, it tends to inhibit us from stepping into our highest self energy and the law of attraction, right? As within, so without. So if you're feeling a lot of inner conflict or have a lot of unhealthy attachments in your life, or are stuck in these like negative thought patterns that are inhibiting you from reaching your potential as a human, like your soul's potential as a human in this lifetime, the same type of energy is what's going to be attracted to you. So in other words, it's blocking abundance. And oftentimes we allow these things to continue in our life because the work is difficult. That's the main reason. It's difficult to break attachments. It really is. But the first step is recognizing the attachments, and then it becomes easier to work on them, eliminating them as much as possible in your life. So I wanted to pull some cards because the reason I wanted to do this reading today is a lot of the collective energy that I was feeling today was sad, but then also I could feel like a heart space starting to open. So there is some awareness of the people's energy that I'm picking up on. There is some awareness of the things that bring us true joy and happiness in this life. So I can tell that you guys are opening up to the possibility of that. But there is some sadness accompanied with this, because oftentimes it means giving up our, stepping outside of our comfort zone, facing our fears. Those things are not difficult. Breaking attachments. So it's like, it was a very conflicting energy that I was picking up on today. So that's why I wanted to do this reading specifically, was what things are blocking our abundance in my collective. Okay. So I'm going to start with Sacred Destiny Oracle. Right away, inner peace is at the bottom. I'll just take that one. It keeps sticking out. That one says potential. What was I just talking about? Power. Blessings. Leadership. Let me get one more. Taking risks. Yeah, okay. This is perfectly in line with what the energy that I was channeling today and the intro that I just discussed. What things are, overall energy at the bottom of the deck, what things are blocking our abundance? Courage. How many freaking readings have I been talking about courage the last couple times? Are you kidding me right now? Wow. Wow. This is amazing. This is literally the intro that I just was explaining about the energy that I was picking up from you guys today. All right, so first card, potential. I was literally just talking about, you know, spirit guides are strong today, guys. The veil is very thin, I can tell you that. Potential. We want to stay in our comfort zone, right? And not take those risks, right? To step into our full potential because we're lacking the leadership in our own lives to take control of our own happiness. We're literally putting it in the hands of someone else. And it's from a lack of inner power, a lack of inner courage, okay? That is the main energy that I was getting from you guys today. However, at the heart of the reading is blessings. And as I was saying, you know, I also had this like contradictive feeling of like heart spaces opening. So you guys are becoming aware of either the blessings that are already in your life and starting to appreciate and be more grateful for those. But you also may be opening up to what this means to you, right? Because oftentimes in our life we have things in there that may not actually qualify as abundance. You know what I'm saying? You could have a ton of money in the bank and still be completely miserable. You could have no money in the bank and be completely satisfied with life. It doesn't have to do with money. It can a little bit, but and when you're following your life path, guys, and stepping into your highest self energy, good things just happen to you. Blessings just naturally come your way. I'm not kidding you. The more you work on eliminating excess and you know, having good vibes and eliminating the things that are just drama based in attachment from your life, these things will naturally be magnetically pulled to you in your life. It's a law of attraction, okay? Excuse me. Every time I've been tapping into your guys' energy, like some stuff is going on here. So hopefully that means that your guys is, you know, you guys are working on communication more, which is awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, okay. So abundance blockers. First of all, when we have so many negative thought patterns that we immediately talk ourselves out of anything that has to do with stepping into our full potential, aka our highest self energy. Okay? Like, oh, I could never do that. I'm not good enough for that. I don't deserve those things in my life. Self-forgiveness is a huge part of this, guys. Okay? Self-forgiveness is a huge part of this. Think about that for a second. The most important person to forgive in your life is you. Okay? only when you practice self-forgiveness, and it's cyclical, it's going to come back around to you, okay? When you thought you dealt with it, it's going to come back around, but it's going to get easier every time to deal with it. It's like mental reps. It's like reps at the gym. It's like mental reps. It gets easier once you start to break those habits, those thought patterns. That's when you can start working on reaching your max potential. Okay? Your highest self energy. That's when things will naturally be attracted to you once you step into your power, right? And release the things that are manipulating your power, even if that involves yourself, guys. Be honest with yourself, okay? Release that. Step into your true power. Based on a solid foundation of connection, not attachment, blessings will be attracted to you. I promise you. It's the law of attraction. It's science. Okay, but also, just with the intro that I described today and these cards coming out, this is the message I've been getting all day. When we don't follow our own leadership and take control of our lives, that's when things start to fall apart, guys. You know, you really have to take even a really good friend or family member, whatever. Their advice is not always in your best interest. They try, but I mean, you guys really have to filter everything that you hear. Even from me, what I say to you may not apply. Okay? That's real. That's real. You really have to determine what is best for you in your life, what you know to be true. But that requires listening to your intuition and cutting out those fear-based thoughts. Learn to tease out the difference. They're very similar. They're separated by a very, very, very fine line. Sometimes it's easy to tell, and sometimes it's really difficult. But you are the leader of your own life, okay? Don't let anyone dictate how your life should be. Okay? But we're also scared to step into this role, right? What if I do and I mess things up? Or what if I try and then something bad happens? Or what if I do something and then I can't go back? Guys, if you're feeling like there's something more for you in your life and you're not going after it, okay? I'm not talking about like a business opportunity or something like that. I'm talking about your life path, what you can feel in your heart, what you know to be true. It's scary, but this is the main thing that's blocking us right now, but I can tell it's starting to be worked on in my collective courage. I can feel it. I can feel your guys' energy. I've been talking about this the last several days. It's still an issue, but it's starting to improve. I can tell. Okay. Taking risks. We don't want it. It's hard to step outside of your comfort zone, right? But that's where life starts to thrive, guys. Okay? Outside the comfort zone, that's where life starts. It doesn't mean you have to leave your relationship of 20 years and move away. And, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about get out of your everyday routine. Even if it's little things, shop at a new grocery store, go to a new gym when they reopen, take a different path on your walk. Get outside your comfort zone. Okay? You'll find blessings that you weren't aware that were there. Yeah, that was literally like the intro that I started with. That's amazing. Okay, let me clarify some of these cards. I think I want to use... Let's use the classic Rider-Waite Tarot. Whoa. But yeah, how incredible is that, you guys? I mean, this is it just confirms everything that I was discussing. The energy was strong today. I actually wasn't going to do a reading because I wanted to focus on self-care. today, but the messages were just it was too strong. And I'm glad I did, because this obviously needed to come out. But good job on opening that heart space, guys. That's really, really an awesome step. Because so often we numb things out, right? It's easier. But in the long run, it's really not. And it affects all the other relationships in our life. With our kids, you know, and how they will be in their relationships. And if they ever have kids, their kids, it's just, the more work that we can do in this now, it'll be better for generations to come. And it starts within self. It's a huge task. To me, this supersedes any political feud or, you know, religious science feud that is happening right now. To me, this is so important. Even if one, I mean, I do these collective videos for free, right? I mean, if I don't, the messages just get stronger and stronger. But obviously, it's important to me, or it wouldn't have happened. Okay. But even if one of my messages from one of my videos reaches one person, it's worth it to me to do, because it has a chain reaction and it'll just keep spreading and spreading. That's how important this is to me. Okay. I was almost gonna do, because I wanted to do a face mask tonight and just like chill. And I was like, should I just do the video and do my face mask? I'm like, no, I'm not there yet. Maybe one day you guys will see me with a face mask on here, because that's literally how I am most nights. Okay, let's clarify some of these cards to get a little bit more info for potential. Temperance, yes, okay. Divine timing, guys. Patience. So you have to have patience, right? To step into your highest self energy. As long as you just keep chipping away at the work, it'll pay off. Just confirmed by this. The divine has your back if you're going to do the work. The universe has your back, you guys. It's the law of attraction. It's going to happen. I don't make a lot of promises. I promise this. If you start doing this work to step into your full potential, your highest self energy, the divine will back you. Okay? It might take some time, but you will see results. All right? All right, let's clarify this power card here. Seven of Swords. Wow. Okay, I actually wasn't expecting that card. So, Seven of Swords means escape. It can mean deception. So let's say, you know, someone was emotionally manipulating you to do something in your life that you didn't want to do. But don't you care? Don't you love me enough to do this for me? To be this way, to change who you are? That's not only self-deception, guys, but that's deceiving the other person too. Deceiving the other person too. We have to have the inner strength and power to be like, that doesn't align with my values, or that, you know, I don't want to do that. That drains me and, you know, leaves me feeling like an energy vampire just sucked the life out of me. If they truly have your back, if the relationship's not built in escapism, deception, dishonesty, disillusionment, they'll understand. But also remember that, you know, sorry, sometimes I just kind of like tune out when I'm channeling these messages. Something like usually just takes over, but then sometimes I get distracted and then I lose the message. Oh, not escaping or ignoring your problems. That's escapism. Okay? But also remember that the relationship has to be reciprocal. Okay? If you feel like you're always giving, and they're not going to do anything to show you that they have your best interest in heart, that's a relationship built on disillusionment. Okay? We don't want that. We have to have the inner strength and power to say, hey, this doesn't sit well with me. And also the inner strength to address our problems and not use escapism as a coping tactic, a coping mechanism. All right, let's clarify this blessings card. Death and rebirth. I love this card. Okay, heart of the reading, you guys. Okay, so I don't know if you guys watch my other readings. This card, I swear, it really kind of like haunts my readings, but I love it because it's literally the card of transformation. If you start not only being grateful for the actual blessings and abundance in your life, but also, start eliminating things that are not based in this and transform those areas of your life, that's what's going to be attracted more to you, you guys. I love this. Death and rebirth of blessings, but also reevaluating what it is that actually brings you joy and happiness. Those are the true things of abundance in our lives. Okay? That's true abundance. Sure, money's great, but there are much more important things, guys. We have to not only change how we're treating blessings in our life and what we're attracting into our life, but also our definition, our core definition of what blessings actually are to us individually. Okay? For everyone, it's going to be different. Everyone has a different life purpose. So our missions are going to be different. This is mine. Okay? It's helping people deal with their nitty-gritty shadow work so that they can step into their highest self energy. That's literally my life purpose. Okay? That's what I was put here to do. All right? It's healing work, but in a different way, because I do that in the 3D plane and in the 5D, in the spiritual realm. It's going to be a little different for everyone. Okay? But redefining what this means to you, and then start nurturing those things. And they'll start to grow and be reciprocated back to you from the universe in divine timing. This was clarified. First card on this deck on the table. Spirit's strong today, guys. Okay? You can tell by the reading. All right, let me get one for leadership here. Yeah, all right. So, leadership. Why don't we want to move forward with things in our life? We're focused on the past. Well, look at all this work I already did at this job. Why should I take the step to move forward and pursue something else when I've already put so much time here? Look at this. Or not wanting to invest because you're scared of stepping into your power, taking the lead of your life. Just kind of looking back on things that have happened. And there's no growth here, guys. This is settling. That's not taking control of your life, of your happiness, of your inner peace. We can only shine as bright as the darkness that we face within ourselves. It's a spectrum. Okay? So if this is where you're at, 7 of Pentacles, you're never going to get to that 10 of Pentacles unless you take the lead in your own life. And I'm not saying control everyone around you. Literally, the only thing that we have control of is ourselves. Everything else we have no control over. That's what this card is about. Taking the leadership role for yourself. Not settling, guys. Not settling. I have a good house and I have a good job. I'm good, right? Guys, there's so much more to life than that. That's the boring stuff, I think. Okay, so taking risks. Oh, and by the way, 10 of Pentacles is the 7 of Pentacles, but if we don't take the leadership in our life, we're going to be stuck in the 7 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is ultimate abundance and stability. What is this reading about? Abundance blockers. If you're okay being stuck in this, or telling yourself that you're okay being stuck in this 7 of Pentacles energy, that's settling on your life, guys. That's leadership in reverse. This reading is about abundance blockers. 7, don't be okay being in this energy. There's no growth there. Okay? Taking risks. Oh, 2. Oh my God. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. Taking risks. Page of Wands. Pursuing your passions. Passionate pursuits. Having the courage to do so. having the courage to get outside your comfort zone and pursue those passions, it is taking a risk, guys. But us not doing this is blocking our abundance. It's blocking blessings in our life. And then 3 of Wands, which is about waiting for your ships to come in. This is a pause in the journey. And look at how perfect this is. Taking risks was the initial card, right? And how we're not doing that. We're scared to get outside our comfort zone, and that's blocking our abundance. Look at this, guys. Wands. This is all about passions and courage. And these are the 2 clarifier cards that we're persistent about coming out right now for taking risks. We're not doing this. Well, we're doing this. We're waiting. It's a pause in the journey. There's a block. There's a delay. Not a delay, but like, there's a barrier. Okay? We're not initiating, we're not taking the initiative to take the risks outside of our comfort zone, guys. It's blocking our abundance. If you wait there, your ship may or may not come. But if you get out there and explore and have the courage to take those risks, to pursue what's meaningful to you, or to build those relationships that are important to you, heart of the reading, guys. Things are going to change. Things are going to transform. Death and rebirth. Blessings. Heart of the reading. In divine timing. First card in this deck on the table. Confirmed. There's no doubt about that. All right? So overall energy at the bottom of the deck, as I mentioned, was courage. Huge, huge, huge thing. I can tell you guys are opening up to this, which is awesome. Okay? Even if it's just like having realizations or noticing your thought patterns, there's some kind of like heart space and throat chakra opening. I can definitely feel that with you guys. So good job on that. Here's the thing. The overall energy at the bottom of this deck is the Tower. Tower is a sudden crumbling of our foundation. Death and rebirth of what we thought we knew, what we thought was important to us, and redefining that. It's going to cause these tower moments, guys. You hear me refer to them a lot in my readings. Tower moments. There's abrupt, sudden change, crumbling away of things so that new things can be rebuilt. It goes hand in hand with the death and rebirth card. Sometimes this is good and sometimes it's hard. Well, change is always hard, okay? But we have to have the courage to make the changes. It's blocking our abundance. It's blocking our abundance, staying in our comfort zone. Okay? Once you start to have this perspective shift and start to work on these things and step in your highest self energy, things are going to crumble away and new things are going to be built. It's just the way it is. But I can tell you, it's going to be good if you're doing that inner work. It's, what's going to fall away was things that were blocking your abundance. All right? What I also wanted to mention is the Tower card is like, to me, it reminds me of the enlightenment process. When you stop listening to what other people are telling you about your life and you start to take control of your life and you decide, I don't want to settle, okay? I want to step into my highest self-energy and reach my potential, and those are the things that are going to be drawn to me, and you start to notice other things falling away, that's when your soul starts to expand, like ascension, wisdom, right? It's gonna be painful to see the truth of relationships that you thought were built, on solid foundations, and they crumble away. It's painful, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But what you get back in return from the universe through the law of attraction, I'm telling you, it's building that inner strength and courage and power. Okay? That's priceless, you guys. That's priceless. And these things are holding us back from having true abundance in our life. So some conflicting energies today, but yeah, the divine was pretty clear about the messages. So I hope it helped you guys in some way. I'm gonna go do some self-care now, and I hope you guys do the same, okay? I'll talk to you next time. Bye.